what if I told you that Vikings were actually the original influencers? Today we're diving into the most epic social media profiles that never existed, Viking edition. And trust me, some of these posts would break the internet faster than a berserker charge. Before we sail into this digital longship, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, because we're about to raid the algorithm like it's a Saxon monastery. Today we're creating authentic social media profiles for history's most legendary Vikings, based on real historical events and personalities. From Ragnar Lothbrok's conquest content to Lagertha's boss babe posts, we've researched actual Viking culture, their values, and their legendary deeds to bring you the most historically accurate social media experience, with a modern twist that would make Odin himself double tap. First up, the absolute king of all Viking influencers, Ragnar Lothbrok. This man's Instagram would be completely insane, and I mean that literally. Picture this. His username would be @Ragnar the Great, and his bio would read something like King Explorer Legend, blessed by Odin, DM for raid partnerships. His first post would be the ultimate squad goals content. The caption reads, "Squad goals, shield emoji, sword emoji, about to sail to England. Who's ready to make history? #raid life, #Viking grind, #blessed." And the comments section would be pure gold. His son Ivar the Boneless would comment, "Dad, you're embarrassing us," with the eye roll emoji. But then Lagertha would slide in with, "Stay safe, you beautiful fool," and a heart emoji. Ragnar would totally be that guy posting motivational raid content at 5 AM with captions like "Rise and grind warriors. The early Viking gets the treasure." His Instagram stories would be absolutely wild, showing off treasure hauls, tagging locations like "just checked in at Northumbria," and definitely humble bragging about his conquests. One story would show the aftermath of a successful raid with the text, "The look on King Aela's face," followed by the crying laughing emoji. Another story would just be, "Odin be like, that's my boy," with the praise hands emoji. Now let's talk about the original girl boss, Lagertha. Her TikTok would be absolutely iconic and probably have millions of followers. Her username would be @Shieldmaiden Queen, and her content would be revolutionary for the platform. Her most viral TikTok would be a POV, "You're a shield maiden getting ready for battle" video set to epic battle music. The video would show her morning routine, sharpening weapons, braiding war braids, putting on armor, with the caption, "Morning routine hits different when you're protecting your people," followed by the sword emoji. #Shieldmaiden life, #morning motivation, #strong women. But here's where it gets spicy. Lagertha's most savage TikTok would be about relationship drama. The text overlay would read, "When your ex-husband thinks he can marry another wife without consequences." Then it cuts to footage of her leading troops into battle with the text, "Plot twist, you're a warrior queen." The caption would be pure fire, "Some lessons are learned the hard way," with the crown emoji, #don't test me, #queen energy, #consequences. The comments on her videos would be incredible. Modern women would be commenting things like, "Lagertha really said, choose your battles, and I choose all of them, and this is why we need more Viking queens in history class." Erik the Red would be that explorer influencer always posting about his adventures and, let's be honest, his legal troubles. His Twitter would be a wild ride from start to finish. His tweet thread would start with, "Just got banished from Iceland for 3 years. Time to explore," with the compass emoji. "Anyone know what's west of here? #exile, #new beginnings." Then he'd follow up with live updates. "Update, found this massive island. It's very icy, but the grass is surprisingly green in some spots," with the plant emoji. #Greenland, #exploring. But here's the genius part. Erik would totally tweet his marketing strategy in real time. Marketing tip. Named it Greenland to attract settlers. Sometimes you gotta sell the dream with the winking emoji. #entrepreneur, #settlement, #Vikings. Erik would definitely do those Twitter threads that everyone loves. Thread. Why I named it Greenland, 1 of 7. 1. Look, I know what you're thinking. 2. Yes, it's mostly ice and snow. 3. But hear me out. Prime real estate opportunity. 4. Great fishing, amazing views, no neighbors. 5. Perfect for those seeking adventure and solitude. 6. Plus, imagine the Instagram photos. 7. Sometimes the best marketing is creative geography. The replies would be hilarious. Someone would tweet, "This aged well," with a photo of modern Greenland's ice sheets, and Erik would reply, "Still getting settlers though," with the shrug emoji. Ivar the Boneless would run the most intense military strategy channel on YouTube, and it would be absolutely brilliant. His channel name would be at Ivar Tactical, and his content would revolutionize warfare analysis. His video titles would be pure clickbait gold: How I Conquered England with Superior Tactics, York Battle Breakdown. Responding to Dad's Viking raid advice, he's wrong. Rating every battle strategy, tier list. Why physical strength doesn't matter, story time. His most popular video would be a detailed breakdown of the Great Heathen Army's tactics, complete with animated battle maps and strategic analysis. He'd be that YouTuber who uses a laser pointer and gets genuinely excited about flanking maneuvers. The comments section would be family drama central. His brother Ubi would comment, "Brother, this is why nobody invites you to family dinners." And Vitzerk would write, "Okay, but can you do a collab on raiding techniques?" Even Ragnar would chime in with, "Proud of you, son, but maybe less roasting your old man." Ivar's content would prove that intelligence beats brute force every time, and he'd probably have a whole series called Disability Doesn't Define Ability that would inspire millions of viewers. Leif Erikson would be that friend who posts amazing travel photos, but doesn't get enough likes because he's way ahead of his time. His Facebook would be tragic in the most relatable way. Picture this: Leif Erikson checked in at Vinland, North America, with the caption, "First European to set foot here. The grapes are incredible," with the grape emoji. Hashtag blessed, hashtag discovery, hashtag before it was cool. The post gets 3 likes and 1 angry react from someone with the username ColumbusChris1492. His most heartbreaking post would be a frustrated status update. Posted about discovering a new continent, got 3 likes. Posted a photo of my breakfast yesterday, got 847 likes. I don't understand this platform, with the shrugging emoji. Hashtag algorithm, hashtag exploration, hashtag underappreciated genius. Poor Leif would be that guy posting incredible achievements that nobody pays attention to until 500 years later, when suddenly everyone's sharing his old posts like, "This man was ahead of his time." Finally, let's check out some Viking dating profiles, because this content would be absolutely hilarious and probably go viral on its own. Bjorn Ironside's Tinder profile would read, "Bjorn 28, love long raids on the beach," with the sword emoji. Looking for someone who can hold their own in battle and in the mead hall. Swipe right if you're not afraid of a little adventure, with the shield emoji. His photos would be shirtless gym selfies, but the gym is just him lifting massive stones and swinging battle axes. Freydis Eriksdottir's profile would be intimidating and amazing. Freydis 26, entrepreneur, explorer, occasional berserker, with the muscle emoji. If you can't handle me at my worst, you definitely can't handle me leading a Viking expedition. No weak men, please. Her photos would include her standing on a longship, looking absolutely fierce. The conversations on these dating apps would be incredible. Someone would message Bjorn with "Hey," and he'd respond, "Hey, want to go pillaging this weekend?" Completely seriously. Viking dating would have been intense, strategic, and probably involved a lot more battle testing than modern relationships. Imagine swiping right and your first date is a raid on a neighboring village. Talk about getting to know someone under pressure. Which Viking social media account would you follow? Personally, I think I'd be scrolling through Lagertha's TikTok for hours, and probably subscribing to Ivar's tactical breakdowns. Let me know in the comments below which Viking influencer would get your follow. If you enjoyed this epic journey through Viking social media, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more epic chronicles, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our latest historical content. Next week, we're diving deep into what Roman emperors would post on LinkedIn, and trust me, Julius Caesar's professional networking game would be absolutely ruthless. You definitely don't want to miss that epic breakdown. Until then, may Odin guide your algorithm, may your content go viral like a Viking raid, and remember, sometimes the best way to understand history is to imagine it through a modern lens. Skål, warriors!